So, you're probably wondering, okay, so you got your $4 Blu-rays, and you got your Blu-rays that arrived destroyed, but did you get anything else? Well, truth of the matter is I did. I got two $15 Blu-rays and one $6 Blu-ray. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Ugh. I almost said on the Multimedia Chronicles. So that's what we're going to talk about today on the Stout Man Chronicles. Alright, so you saw that I got Iron Man 2 for $4, single disc edition. I mean, I'm probably eventually going to upgrade that to the special edition, whatever version I can find for the best price eventually. But just to have the single disc in my collection, I was like, yeah. And it's not like it's one of those movies that I can't live without. But I wanted it in my collection, so if I wanted to watch it alongside the original, there you go. Anyway, I picked up another Marvel movie, and it might not be what you were expecting. Maybe it is. I don't know. I know some of you picked up on Captain America, Green Lantern, Thor, and I think there was one or two other Marvel movies on sale during this whole week or two of madness. But the one that I picked up on, I picked it up during the Sunday sale from Amazon where they were price matching Best Buy. And the truth is, I got both of these from that. And the truth is about these two $15 Blu-rays is that they're probably not going to be $15 again anytime soon. They're the kind of Blu-rays that cost $20 or more almost all the time for a long freaking time because they're pretty popular titles. A plus. But yes, the Marvel movie that I got, as you might have figured out already, just recently came out. The Avengers on Blu-ray. How's that? Oh my God, Stout Man got something slightly recent. I know. You've been waiting for me, right? Now, if you watched my 24-hour movie marathon this past year during the spring, for that I went to see The Avengers on opening day, and my review of it was pretty freaking stellar. I love this movie. It's a movie for geeks, basically. It's not like high art or anything, but it's just freaking entertaining from beginning to end. Yes, it's hackneyed. Yes, it's stupid, but it's freaking awesome. I can't help but love this as much as I do. So when I saw it for $15, I was like, yeah, this is a Disney Blu-ray, and it's like, well, it's a Disney movie on Blu-ray, and that's not going to go down in price anytime soon. Or so I thought. Now, it hasn't gone down in price anymore, but what I didn't realize is that even though the Disney helped to make this possible, it isn't a Disney Blu-ray. I don't know what made me think it would be a Disney Blu-ray, but I guess maybe kind of the packaging has that sort of look and feel to it. But yeah, I was thinking it was going to be one, so I thought that there would be like a Disney code in here. So I thought, oh, $15 and I get a Disney code. And it's kind of like a Disney Blu-ray because it's like, big title and everything. Nope. No Disney Blu-ray. There were a few little Marvel things in here, but no Disney code, I'm sorry. And it isn't a Disney Blu-ray. But there were a few things in here that were not Disney codes or some other kind of Disney code. I don't know. Play the video game. Second screen experience. Enter this code at Avengers Assemble offer to get a free digital comic book offer and free Marvel poster offer. I didn't care about that crap. What I do care about is having a really freaking epic superhero movie, probably one of the most epic superhero movies. I didn't even show you the inside. It's just your basic stuff. Probably the most epic superhero movie of the past decade. One of the top, at least. I mean, it's just so much fun to watch. I'm not really always that much into action movies, but when I am into action movies, it's stuff like this. Stuff that, yeah, the story isn't that great, but it beats the fuck out of anything Michael Bay does. You know what I mean? So, yeah. When I saw it for $15, remembering how much fun I had in the theater watching this earlier this year, I couldn't help myself. And I said, you know what? Just impulse. $15, The Avengers, Blu-ray. I wanted to treat myself to something, and there I go. I treat myself to something. Another little treat I gave myself. This is actually quite a big treat. In fact, I would say it's a bigger, better deal than The Avengers for $15. Because this was also $15, but this typically goes for about $50 because it is a 3D Blu-ray for one of the top movies of the year this year as well. Another recent one. The Prometheus 4-disc Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray Collector's Edition, including a 3.5-hour documentary about the film, which is not 3.5 hours. The movie itself, I mean, you know. So, yeah, I can't remember if I did a video about this, but I did do a review of this on Geeky.com, and I really did love this movie. It was really good. Class act sci-fi here. Definitely, like, to go alongside Contact, asks a lot of questions, leaves you asking a lot of questions. And a lot of people are like, well, what the fuck? This doesn't answer any questions. It just, you know, makes more questions. Right? They didn't understand it. They were confused by it. And the fact that they were confused by it made them think that it sucked. Because, okay, here's my example. Here's my explanation for why people didn't like Prometheus. A lot of people in the movie-going audience are not what we would call high-cultured film buffs, like you and me. They go to see something like Prometheus, expecting something like Alien, because it's Ridley Scott, the director of Alien, and he's going back to the roots in some kind of fashion with Prometheus. That's what they hear, at least. In fact, that was the main rumor that kept circulating over and over and over again before the movie was released, was, oh, it's a prequel to Alien. Prequel to Alien. And even when he denied that up and down, prequel to Alien, prequel to Alien. And I guess, sort of in a way, it's definitely in the same universe, but, you know, it's not really about that per se. It's just taking that material and making it new and bringing more into it, a richer, more fulfilling story to the entire arc. That is what Prometheus is about to me. And honestly, it did its job phenomenally well. I don't understand why people don't like it that much. I think, like I was starting to say, it's because typically when you go into a movie and you're expecting something, you know, if you are expecting something great with all the answers, with all the questions answered, and you get in there and all you get are more questions, chances are you're going to take that and you're going to compare it to other film experiences you've had where, well, wait a minute, that didn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense either. Wait a minute, that's just bad filmmaking and bad storytelling. You know, there's a difference between bad storytelling and bad filmmaking and Prometheus. Prometheus is fucking excellent filmmaking, I will have you know, and excellent storytelling and building, universe building, I will have you know. And just because you didn't get any questions answered, or because you were left with more questions than you were answers, does not necessarily mean it's a bad movie or didn't do its job well. It did its job perfectly freaking fine. The problem is you came in expecting the same formulaic bullcrap, expecting like a film experience that you were used to. And well, it is very much like the original Alien in a lot of ways. But that doesn't mean that it has to answer all your questions for you. And just because you're left with a lot of questions doesn't make it a bad movie. I know you're sitting there thinking, but bad movies typically forget to answer those questions. But they're not forgetting to answer those questions here. They literally and intentionally do not answer those questions. They leave it open. Not just so that you can decide for yourself, which is a big part of it, but also so that they can build on the universe, build on the mystery and the lore, and, you know, create more possibilities for a future in this franchise. And they did just that. They revitalized the entire Alien franchise better than anyone else possibly could have with Prometheus. So you're going to complain about Prometheus when it really just pretty much ensured that the Alien franchise is going to continue on for at least another 10, 15 years, if not more. So, yeah. Anybody who didn't like this, go screw yourself. Anyway, $15 for what is usually $50 and like MSRP, or $20 to $30 normal retail price typically, which isn't going to go down very often or very much really, because it's a 3D Blu-ray and those typically hold their value a lot better than regular Blu-rays. So I knew when I saw it for 15, like, I'm not going to see it again for 15 for a very long time. So I had to get it. I had to pick it up because, well, I would have been a fool not to pick it up. Very jealous. My friend Brandon, by the way, got it for $10 with a $5 Best Buy coupon. Very jealous. But yeah, I'm glad just to have it for 15. I mean, that is a steal of a deal. 10 is even more of a steal of a deal, but 15 any day of the week for that top tier title. So last but not least, I got something that I did like, and a lot of people have been asking me about, like, did I like it or not, I was a fan of it. I wasn't, like, huge into it, but I did see it, and I did review it, I think, for MovieCynics.com, actually, a while ago. This was an excellent film from J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg, and I've been waiting for it to go down in price, basically, like the others, and I realized it's probably not going to go down this far in price again anytime soon, like with the others. So I said, well, $6 is not much to be paying for a Blu-ray. Of course, the cover arrived a little dinged up, but I wasn't too upset about that because it's not really the fault of the shipper or shipment or anything like that. It's because it's in the eco case, which we all know I hate. Anyway, Super 8, which way does it go? It goes this way, yes. Super 8. I had a lot of complaints about the cover of this because I know what they were trying to do, but it just looked gaudy as hell. We can kind of get a sample of what it looked like there. Because I don't know if they ever really did red text on yellow background. I know they did black text on yellow background and yellow text on red background, but I don't recall them ever doing red text on yellow background. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I really loved Super 8, but I never really got a chance to see it in, the proper conditions. So getting it on Blu-ray, perfect. Freaking perfect. I've been waiting for a chance to check this one out. I mean, it's totally. I mean, I don't even need to say anything about this by now. You probably already, all of you know. But yeah, it's totally in the line of Spielberg's other alien movies, so to speak. It's, I mean, I hate saying that, but it's true. All of Spielberg's alien movies hold a lot in common if you really look at them as a collection. Um, if you look at the overarching theme of all of them, and including Taken, his television series about aliens, the overarching theme of all of them is hope, which you do not find very often in a science fiction about aliens. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that. All of his movies about aliens contain a sliver of hope. At the very least, a sliver of hope at the end. They end hopefully, as opposed to end of the world, doomsday, or everybody died except for maybe one person kind of horror kind of thing that usually gets done with the alien sci-fi movies. So I'm definitely into those kind of Spielbergian alien movies or sci-fi movies. Big fan of them. Big fan of AI. You know, anything he does in the sci-fi genre, just it tends to be freaking gold. Okay, and sure, maybe it's not like brilliant, but it's so freaking entertaining and sometimes asks a lot of questions. That I mean, like I was saying with Prometheus, I don't mind being asked questions as long as the film was made well. If the questions being left with me are things that were not answered due to the poor quality of the film, sure, I'll say okay, it wasn't that great after all. But if the questions being asked of me and the questions I'm left with have nothing at all to do with the quality of the film and are in fact, intentional and obviously intentional, then yeah, I appreciate that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff you read into a film and dig out of. That is the kind of stuff that I consider quite good. But anyway, I'm going on. This is, harkens back to films of the 80s. Got the, group of kids, kind of like in the Goonies, working together to do something. Really excellent film. Can't say enough about it, but this is already way too long of a video, so I'm just going to cut it off here. Actually is D-Box enabled for those who wanted to know. I didn't know about that, but yeah. For anybody wondering, I don't care about the slipcover. I don't want the slipcover. It has the gaudy, ugly cover. I don't like that. I don't like that art. It's really bad. I would prefer actually just this. So yeah. When I got it like this, I was not at all upset. So this includes the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. Got it all for $6. So that concludes everything I got on Blu-ray during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals and whatnot. So this is all of them in total. Minus, of course, the absolutely destroyed copies of Fight Club and Brave. But I'll let you know when I get those. Maybe do a little, show of those on video for you. Just to show you that, I got them, everything's okay. They're perfect, in good condition and everything. So anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Peace.